This is a game box that I made for my sister's second grade class. It's based off of the game Family Feud, where there are two players who stand opposite each other, one at red, one at blue. There's a trivia question that's asked, and whoever hits their button first gets a chance to ask the question. The way it works is each one of these bulbs are plugged into a socket, which is in series with a relay. So each bulb has their own relay. When I press red, I'm also cutting the power to blue. When blue is pressed, it also cuts the power to red. These buttons here are on a separate circuit. These are obviously getting AC power, and these buttons are getting DC power. So the way it's wired is, this is a regular 3-prong AC cable. It's coming into this switch right here. It's run parallel from this switch. There's an outlet right over here. So one of the lines is feeding power to this receptacle. The other line is feeding power to these two relays. And I'll show a schematic in a little bit on how this is wired, because you can't really tell from this. They're basically, the relays are just very basic. The top is normally closed, the bottom is normally opened. And the switches for the buttons, if I can get it in focus, actually came with the buttons, and it's just a very simple normally open, normally closed switch. The wires on the side are what's giving power to the light on the button. You can't really tell, but these buttons are lit up. This adapter right here is what's supplying the power to the buttons. So I'm using an AC receptacle, and that adapter is changing it to DC, which is giving power to the light on the buttons. The actual light bulbs are held in by sockets. These are very basic sockets that I had to shim to kind of keep them held in place. One problem I had was when slamming down on this button, the switch was coming out on the bottom, so it wasn't making contact, and I had to put this, or I had to make these little straps to keep pressure on the switch so it would stay in place when you're hitting the button. As far as the box goes, it's 3/4 inch plywood. I used a plunge router to create this decorative edge here. I don't remember exactly what bit I used. And this is just duct tape that I got from Home Depot. And I'll take you around here. I put this lock on there because it's going in a second grade class, and it just made me feel better to keep their hands away from power. And that's pretty dark. And I also got this paint at Home Depot, and the glitter was in the paint. It's all mixed together. And I'll quickly show you a schematic. This schematic shows a reset button, and originally that's how I was going to wire it. I decided not to because I thought it would be kind of a pain locking out. If blue hit their button, it would permanently lock out red even if they let go of the button, and the only way to supply power back to red's relay would be to toggle the on reset button. So I decided to do away with that method. But this is basically how it's wired. And it may be better to wire it this way. You can decide that for yourself. But if you have any questions, put them in the comment box and I'll try to get back to them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. Thank you very much.